Hello, I'm Brianna. Welcome to my channel. I want to talk about community theater and community theater auditions. Make sure to read the audition notice thoroughly. Make sure you're bringing everything they want you to bring, headshot resume, or it could be they'll ask you to just email your headshot and resume, which is more common nowadays so that people can save paper. If they send you a dance audition video early, take advantage and watch that video. It's usually not required that you memorize the combination. It helps to know what the combo is, maybe memorize a small part of it, but don't waste time working on it so hard where that takes up all of your prep time for the audition, where you're not also practicing your song. Have someone who you know who plays the piano play your musical piece for you so you know what it sounds like on piano or keyboards before you get there. Bring water. This is something that I think we've all heard before. Make sure you stay hydrated. Bring more than one pair of shoes. So have your sneakers on you, bring a pair of jazz shoes maybe, or character shoes, dress shoes. It's very likely that you will be wearing the same outfit you did at your dance audition for your vocal audition. Make sure you're comfortable, make sure you're presentable, make sure you're covered up appropriately as well. What I mean by that, for example, is there was a kick in the choreography. Someone was wearing a skirt and I don't think she wanted me to see her underwear, but I did anyway. Wear biker shorts, wear leggings underneath a dress or a skirt if you're wearing a dress or a skirt to your audition. Feel free to ask questions. Be careful. A recent audition that I led, I asked if there were any questions, and it is partly my fault for not clarifying, but I meant any questions regarding the dance routine. An auditioner asked me, who's in charge of casting? The rest of the team was behind me and none of us knew what to say, so I just said, we all talk together about it and then we make a decision and we let you know as soon as possible. It's just a weird question. I wouldn't recommend asking that. You are allowed to ask, when will we hear about casting results? Or you can ask, will we hear whether or not we're being called back? Will we hear if we didn't get in? If we did? You can ask those questions. Those are fine. But asking who's in charge of casting, who makes the final casting decision, who's actually in charge of casting, that makes it seem as if you don't care about more than one person's opinion in the room. And it's a little awkward. Yes, the director usually has the final say, but that's after conversations with everyone else in the team. We all respect each other and each other's opinion regarding our element for the show or our element in the field. Do not give the finger to anybody on your way out the door if you think you had a bad audition. Don't do that. Just in case anyone needs to hear it, don't do that. I'm hoping it was like that either never happens or rarely happens. It's just, I was like, what? The director would let people know after they sang their song whether or not she wanted them to attend callbacks before they left. I've had that happen a few times. It's not unusual for me. It doesn't happen as often. People like to normally think it over after everyone's gone and say, okay, I want to call these people back. Some people like to do it after first impressions right away. This person did not get a call back at the end of her song. And she knew that that's what we were doing based off of what she heard people saying in the hallway, I'm guessing. So when she left, someone helping to run auditions came into the room and said, so that person who was just in here, she just gave us all the finger. It was for the Sound of Music. The hallway was full of kids. I don't know, it's like I'm still wrapping my head around the fact that that happened. Leave a comment down below and let me know about your stories that might, like, what are your weirdest auditions? What's the weirdest thing that's happened to you at auditions for a musical? This tip, not everyone's comfortable with doing it, but I highly recommend it. Film yourself singing your song. Film yourself, if you have room, dancing the routine, if they send you an early video, or even doing any dance you learned in dance class, make up your own. It helps you out, and I know it's hard. I did not, oh my gosh, it was such a wake-up call watching myself sing my song and read my monologue. I would not cast me. No. It was so bad. It was so bad, and I'm still working on it. It's not like, and then I took another video and it was perfect, and now I'm perfect at it. No. I'm still working on it. I'm giving all these tips based off of the wrong things I've done. I haven't given anyone the finger. Smart enough not to do that. But just so you know, I'm still working on it as well. Film yourself if you can. It's hard. It's hard to watch those first few videos, but you need to know what we're seeing. Don't snap at anybody. I understand it's a competition to a point, but understand you're all there because of your passion for theater. Remind yourself that you are all there because you're passionate about theater. Please be nice. No one's out to get you. Be respectful towards everybody. Just a reminder, and this is confusing, the goal is not just to get cast. It's like, oh, I hate that part where you find out you didn't get in. I hate getting lost on the way to the theater that I've never been to before. I hate not knowing what they want, but I love theater. I love performing. You have to love some part of the process in order to do well, in order to make it worth your time. It's like, no, I only enjoy rehearsals in the show. It's like, this is a piece of the show. What they're having you do in auditions, reading from sides, singing, dancing, that's a part of the show. You do have to enjoy something. Maybe that's up for debate. Please leave comments below because I want us all to help each other understand, what we can do to better understand the audition process and enjoy it better, be more realistic about it. It can't be, oh, I enjoy the part where I get cast, because that might not happen. You have to enjoy some part of the audition process itself. Do not go up to the choreographer or the stage manager or the director and say, I'm not a dancer. Just so you know, I'm not a dancer. Or just so you know, I'm not a singer. I'm just here for the dance part, and I'll do my best with singing, but I'm not a singer. Don't say those things. Don't even tell yourself that. Please, please, please. Once the audition is over, be polite, say thank you. Here's a question that I have for primarily music folks, but really just anyone who's ever worked on the production team or has been a part of the casting process for a musical. Is it a new thing where people who are auditioning look up at the line connecting the ceiling to the wall and stare at that point while they're singing? I sat in for maybe 5 or 6 music auditions. At the last round of auditions, I helped lead dance mainly, and then I joined everyone upstairs and watched music auditions as well for the final tail end of the night. And it happened more than once. I don't know, it just doesn't look good. It's like, the way I was taught was to look between the heads of the people at the table at auditions or just above their heads, not up there. Maybe it's a new thing and they're being told to do that. Would someone please leave a comment below clarifying if this is true or not, because I'm confused. I don't think it looked good. Someone was like, well, I saw a lot of her nose hairs and that was a little distracting, but she's okay with the singing. It's like, so I wouldn't recommend that. Look between their heads or just above their heads, not up there. Once the audition is over, it's not actually over until you've heard about the results, and this could take any amount of time, but be patient and check your email as regularly as you can. Someone was telling me, it's like, oh, people don't email each other anymore. I'm like, they still do in community theater. Every now and then you'll get a phone call. So check your messages, check your email, check everything, just in case. And please respond as soon as possible. Sometimes you'll find yourself in a situation where you find out the very next day after auditions, like they don't have callbacks, they'll send everyone their offer, or you'll get an email notifying you if you're required at callbacks. Sometimes you get a notification or an email telling you you are not required at callbacks. I prefer that just so I know and I can rearrange my schedule as an actor. It's like, okay, so I don't have to be there. I've got it. But I think more often they just don't contact you about callbacks at all. And then callbacks happen, they make their decisions, they put out the offer. Everyone, please respond as soon as you can. Why has it been 4 weeks and they haven't told me if I'm in or not yet? That might be a part of the reason why. We're trying to contact this one person. We're waiting on this one person. Be honest. When you say what parts you would accept, please. And I understand sometimes it changes after you've made the commute. It's like, oh, well, I looked at Google Maps and I was aware of how far this was away from my home, but now that I've driven it, I don't know if I can do that for a whole rehearsal period and performances. I get that. That's totally fair, but you do have to communicate. I still want to be considered for roles in the show, but I don't want to be considered for ensemble anymore. I'm only considering these named roles, like something like that. You have to tell somebody. They may ask, it's like, are you still willing to accept any role? It's like, honestly, no, I'm not. I would only like to accept the lead. That's fair. It makes it harder for us. It's like, because we lose people we love for reasons like that, and it's frustrating. It's like, oh, I wanted to dance with this person so bad. We do want to be respectful. It's like, yeah, you'll take this and nothing. Got it. Don't lie. Just be honest. Don't make it a game. Putting any role doesn't make it look like you're this team player person. It means to us we can cast you in any role. That's what it means. Please, please be honest. Be honest. Be honest when you say you'll accept an understudy role, and that may mean you may only be cast in an understudy role, but usually it means understudy and ensemble. It depends on the company. I know people, when they're filling out their forms, it's like, oh, I'm so excited. Oh, I could imagine myself in this. It's like, I get it, but be realistic. And if something changes at the audition, let someone know. Respond to the emails. Be honest. It helps. Everything happened faster. I think one girl, she was so upset that she didn't get the lead or the part she wanted that she just didn't respond at all. The director called her, emailed her multiple times. Finally, she got that we weren't going to stop until we got a response back. She's like, I don't want the part anymore. And she had said she would accept any role, but I'm guessing she didn't really mean it. And it's possible something else happened. It's unfair to make that assumption, I guess, but based off of all the crap I've gotten through. We don't like saying no to people. We hate saying no to people, but it's not realistic. Like, for example, the show that I'm working on right now is because of the theater space and the backstage space and the area where the actors hang out. We can't overcast because of that. And even though we have in the past, based off of the comparison, it's more comfortable for the actors and it's a cleaner looking show. That's why we limit casting sometimes. It's not to be mean, I promise. Keep going. You really will get a part someday if the passion is there. If you're willing to work hard, it will happen. There will be more opportunities, always. It may come up where you get cast in 2 shows at once that you can't be in both. You have to just be realistic about why you're choosing one over the other. Be responsible about the decision and be respectful and tell the other group, I really wanted to work with you. I decided to go with another part. I got an offer around the same time from that company as I did this one. I hope to audition for you in the future, and thank you so much for your time. You know, be respectful, do what you can to handle the situation. It's not fun saying no. It's like, oh, what if I had gone with it? It's like, you have to make a choice. You do. You auditioned for both shows, you have to make a choice. Commute. Schedule. Which show do you sincerely want to be in more than the other? If it's an equal split, think about the last show you were in. Think about the style between the different shows, the tone. Is the director a friend who you haven't seen in a long time? But do you also want to expand, you know, your circle of theater friends, meet new people? It's a lot of things that can help you lean towards one over the other. But you do have to make a decision, and you have to let both parties know as soon as possible what that decision is. I am testing out a few videos like this on my YouTube channel. I may switch to having this be a perk for warm-up tier members on my Patreon. Please leave a comment below, either audition experience, audition tips, corrections, or reasons you disagree with anything I said, agree with things I said. I want us all to share each other's perspectives. For example, I don't think people should pretend or imagine everyone in their underwear while they're auditioning. Think about what it's like for the person leading auditions. I don't want to think that the person who's auditioning for the show I'm choreographing, that they're imagining me in my underwear. That makes me uncomfortable. So no, I don't agree with that tip anymore. If you're planning on auditioning for a show soon, I hope you have fun. Have fun! Thank you so much for watching this video. If you would like to leave a like the video. If you would like to subscribe, please subscribe. Thank you so much. I hope you have a wonderful day, night, morning, evening, sleep time, read time, rest time, audition time, voice lesson time, dance class time, rehearsal time, performance time. anytime. Thanks again. Bye.